Dora Nakonish difficult. Ajolegi Jahagi Banus Ajolegin Naktuakahan not more. About that I do anything. Ain't no catch it. Duck leg I didn't to overman. More Mama Daddy, she's not there. Doing able to lay hold of the Madal was in Gizago. Mama Delgos is put up e bother. Well, yeah, it was not the. She didn't send us off anywhere, she kept us together. Malka to look out econ. Then Anyata put up the scenery. Wahagidong. And Mama that nakti eat migas up kazako doing nak magit legit on not hadam abi kek to it abi kanak magit leg on not man hungers it habakikot hokolan nagit heel tos kont na hadam yet nagit heel tos kont sila adalof yet incha homa he's got dollars in Ireland that jin heel of this pokojen I yaskida anogiska idi moje hokolan magagit legit abogagit ondo nakteya New tells us Spalding Dimbin, Lega Mo, the Rutgers such a behoyan, and Abiko Mo, whereas Adam Migas up Kuzago, the Mongoga, Stiobahaga, I laid on it, Nagi Magaga, Yahega, Hawaii. Ain't no catch a dig on. Chocotogos is tuck lega that. Iman. Puhi badi kon agit leke tak leke don it migos up kon iha yi bayan migos up kon alle ko don dos tako ko don se where chafigi over for that he talk at me see that kilti di there sosko agit leke don where sadam nakte nakumal so it did that nak te Mvskoke ge doak tes pakayongan jen folle dat abot de within days nak te Mama Daddy husi badon dos se poidak na join not ska sakaten Austin kesen Austin I said desire that oste nak te Austin mi dak weka ge bidiro ani yom Puida Austin Austin was said wakey very much sketch at village and hadam nokte she said did nugget to me who these days and a yabuski got and me goes up skin out Jimmy imagine he let us spoke and knocked the doors in then keep the mother going I guess they do that nakte jokot lakkan oku nakte he just cannot proverbs got a lot of sayings in it and that's what Mama was teaching us what just cake jabozawa nakte iskan gak doagan so ponaka emme poi panonos omalgat nakte Migos up was full lagging, Pomiopo, Pomnahoyan. Mama Daddy that she said, just get out nagging hitch nakte. Hitch could on days and ma joke luck with that is it hardly do it is and geese luck to ready. Benny dear, Shungi Temas. Said nakti mo in maho kan pohera sa Joko boleh jahan dong dosa mahokin. Oleh duit nomor mahok tu nak lahir chat makakin. He said, "Homadalgersin, you ban star lege do it there." Alis kena kahandos kaya hojen. Emane hochin, ajalila hokayan said. Platform would hold that. Hanyo. He did the one who smack. Oh, he said, "Ada magisla there." He said, "Jokot lakka." Nakti nagin magiros makit had nakti man sukle ho jada. He said, "Olin kilti ko dog." He said, "Hiji ko dong dong ka lahi ja sa marama hojen ho hojen." He jamat sakajin anda nakti chaboza sungi temat chahiti ko mung nakti alage ko mungen. And so nage mahok nat only na davatski nak ponaka ya over man sin lege alede man se moes nakti de mil ko se jatskira la tos ko na geste ja what nage ya hod nat mama man full and she used to make real beautiful gardens, big huge ones too. And humbede dat nakti nage makto ka seeds mihana said for my church, for my neighbor, for God and for me, for the birds and for me. Makan nakti nak humbede in ha buhan ha ho yan na dili man bijin. Nakti nagin tuwiton muy makto wadi digon. I guess they say nakti atutulay hagi bo tisulgit aneska yada ke full dos kon. Wat nakti pumamer nak mama oji pusa isti medali dan tamango nakti in hojef kala korlo non there challan ke hoje jodi she said challan ja kai honnat olin avat ajavat kadon cha ho yidos mak pumanai den she moes nagin mage pon is she said timanate skidad she nakti aneska chicken jimbo Istimanes kidai on that. Timanes it's a. He's not going to see that. Jihid legged one. She said. Punakamomo. She said. She passed away over 20 years ago, but even back then, she said, "Y'all talk slang." And Nancy Noka said, my sister-in-law in Ichkimo, Fitam Wilago, he said, Subernetska took over like Legidan knocked there. She heard it ringing, some makatikan. And she said, "Mama, phone ring-a-dunga." They said, "Phone ring-a-dunga." I started laughing at her, and so then I started understanding what Mom meant when she said we talk slang. And so by now I've chewed it all up, and but I knew I'm martidon. I'm buidagi im nakti imuneka hanedi. We lived in Chicago, and you don't hear Creek up there, and so it was easiest just to speak English. And many times I wanted to say something in Creek to my kids, but I knew they wouldn't know it. But I said I was going to try to do my part and tell them what. I said, but did that ever yet not? I said, Humbida, Tuknawa, Shibigo, Mado, Mankisit Chinat. Machi.
Now especially.
Talking now was money. She would go, no money. And my little girls, when they came, first two words I taught them was Mongot, Vegas. So that even then, sometimes they'd look at each other and they'd be doing something that said, Vegas. So Grandma Mvto Uncle said, Vegas. So they know those two words, but those are the four. I said, you know those four words, you got it made in Creek language. And Nakti, the head cook this, she's in it. I said, oh yeah, I was down there at the Creek Festival. And I said, oh, did you meet Homebucks? Oh yeah, I met him. Trying to get me to, trying to answer me the way they think I wanted them to answer. So, but I guess if there was a word for me, it'd be honoring. Mama had to put up a lot with what we did, so yeah. But she tried to, she was both a mom and a dad, so we saw both sides too.
And we don't have no cuss words either. We don't have no cuss words.
And she said, you know, nage adaloy like fishing and different things. She taught us how to do that, but she taught that mostly to the boys. And it made me laugh because I heard it, the college language they were teaching Portuguese level. And I said, maybe that's what they teach up there, but I was taught kalva, catfish, is kalva. And I said, Nagin makarli di ko na gisay just tell him like I'm nakti. Jogo leg nakti yadan school I let him was just building. And then they went to 6th grade. But after that, I went off to Chilocco, and those girls up there said, "Ponere que se tira?" They said, "Some." They said, "Mas que se tira? Nakte ponaga hans ko They said, "Tijade ponaka ponachinat." You'll get in trouble. Nakti Navajos mo nakti New Mexico but abogidon. So nagin makakidon na Angus lipe. Mamaya po na yun. And I said, Mungo do I said, Buhan heho tahani don do. I'm not Navajo. I'm not speaking Creek. So I would speak in Navajo, and that way I didn't get in trouble. Or if I did, they didn't say nothing to me. But they told us not to speak in Creek. And the Mongo got tlalege on Chicago, California, Florida. Man tlalege by the way it is where not the tlalagi by out. Pona kada Jafigo and lega on those kids say monkin. Pona sumajayak, you know, I'm boydak mo. Kids like China said, that's your language, that's your culture. Said his academy for me, but they don't. He said, they had got non-natives ke ho jaw. As a Luis. I used to know how to talk, but I don't know no more. Makagin on there and said, you know, Jada fake not. Madalgosi tijari chihai gotundo. Chimarlida chin yekchi nakti Bonachat Nagistuin Legici Nakmuch Donna. All of that, it's a way of life. It's not just your language, it's a way of life that makes you Indian. Tajut Guru teach Inokis Mahoknat Injagon Abihin Tuk Nakti Humbades in Nulejag Dongat Jokodes Dakasadi Nakmoit Idamuneja get fully dumadan. Mades chiefly done Ajok Abok Hoboyi don't those go like the day can because nothing teeth knock inokitos mahovas. Just he's a case mahova pohe this you wouldn't move it hagiton more nakti skided. I know gets idimozi whereas Migers up Zogo fallen these stairs and Naki the man against stage fully on those and God is academy scene. I guess later honey demo Naki the man I guess lazy on those even the Egana of Kabugia my days nagging doing more fully doing as my home is there's Hubei there's a Kuhago, I guess there's a Naktima Nini Harahi Awadi Chachki in Chachki Dadin her grandparents too Nakti Manokaboga Yampatsanadi. Saboza nakti inoka nokita not naska. Utlin my exit teatros. Yet the only time I ever saw that was Chinese. And he never left Hannah. Do we kisa didi gonna get there? Then he said, Nakti Fushwa Lucky Egypt Nakti Hamoy Nakti Ahijak not. He's a doctor on those. Mak Hanyo Ahijit Nagin hit Nakti Hijikut on that Moe Marget. One more night you do much Mama Marget. Nagin nobody did go around. Your airplane. You know. Don't we keep the you know, so Imona where they did she could do that, you know. And Mama Daddy the joke knocked the Jokolako. I would just say that like formal school, formal education. She didn't have that. She went to school for about a couple of days and she quit. But yet she worked as an interpreter. And she learned Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Potawatomi, Choctaw, Shawnee, those different languages, rather they're dialects of the other Indian tribes around here. And each Gulachki Owit Aledu is real educated. And she said, but she learned all those little dialects by going to Shawnee Clinic. We used to have to go to Shawnee Clinic, not Okima. And we'd have to go to Shawnee, and it was an all-day affair. And that's where she picked up all those dialects from the other Indians that were there. And she taught herself that. So I thought, just to get more I could teach myself how to read that Bible. And so the kids got me a Creek Bible. And I can read it fairly well so that I can understand it. But like I said, it's not broken English, it's broken Creek for me. But I've been teaching myself more and more. And I try to tell them that what the letters are supposed to be. Like the R has a TH sound, and a V is always an A, you know, that type of thing. And Mama punayo nak English punayo dejari dok dosi punayo I will get him for that. And she said, "Do we do a hana la gislan that lega de?" So I said, "Knock the 98 son get to him. I can just see her turning over now, as that language really chewed up." But I think that it's good that they're trying to bring it back. I just wish we could do it before it's all gone, even if it is all kind of chewed up and mistakes in it. But madad, he's agreed to see pumi badi dunga. Ajayi jits fully dados kun. Get there that take it on. What mama yoba who wanna get that all night services so the condo ton not the so gets hold those my wake services. The mago got already done that yoba hak that already done. The masko ga get hekta man keep there to do is go away. What Tuccini, Worcester, I'm very old. Not the abogak not anyo a leg and go ahead yet not the about 3 or 4 o'clock I'd fall asleep. But I'd do anything I could to try to stay up with those elders. And I said, "Oh, one and get a engit kawabit, you know, not the abogan he said him Adam that have like maybe a white handkerchief. Yehegar, not the abatska gibat. Andalgos not. Ubane taklegi. But like the Yahegi we are taklegi dan. But in no catch idea that man I miss that. And did as a lot in not the little Joe gave her an alidamas. He used to come up there and I'd have be singing with Mama's songs. And he said, Nagin, Mikos up because I want to walk this, going knocked on out the west. I said, "Oh, it's just me and Mama singing." So he started coming up there. So we'd sing songs together, and some people, they sing those Creek songs, but those Creek songs are for just praising the Lord, or for funerals, or for rededications or dedications, you know, like the altar calls. You know, those songs all have certain places they're supposed to be. Nowadays we just sing any kind of song anytime, anywhere, you know, if you know it then. And I said, but like I said, that's where I learned some of my songs, and I'd like to see us all learn something. I don't know what, but I don't get to talk to very many people that speak Creek. And Paul Fixiko and Nancy, Hizaka not one Ponaya High did and like do we do honey did con Nagamaka honey did on edison. Anything had a maho and said, "And that nagging gets like an undogos and he gets like a madogos the one on the I went to school at Chilocco and went on to go to school in Chicago and California, and We're still not get on it. Some of the debaters, I think. But Mama that I'm a neza hana these guns. I get there they did that. But Jajari Bogana Dalgaship on iron. But she worked as an interpreter down here at these courthouses. And that's kan mahok not. Wobunang get that the head cook of Austin. I worked as a nurse, and she said, I knew the Reds, Thomas Red and Susanna Red. I knew them because she said they were rich. I said, well, how come they didn't save some for me? And she said, I don't know, but she said, we lived on their land. And she was telling the same stories that Mama did. She said, Dear mother, my igana o kabuga, ida maneska hungersin, didn't work out in the field, growing corn and beans and stuff. Said, aneska hungersin, o magia, adotkin, she said. And Mama did it. She said her mom was full-blooded Cherokee, but when the Dawes Commission came through, they didn't know how to, I guess either they didn't know how or they didn't want to go back and make her status as being Cherokee. They said she was married to a Creek man. They put her down as full-blooded Creek. So Mom always said we were Temasco Wilderness, and that's what we went by, is creeks. And did abagahane di ko nag-say Joseph nakti honanda hizaknan, she said. And when I hi, sa hokole china iba jihaka china hangit on those mapuhon hair hosen. He said, so Hobey and I live nakti mau tijari don abakaram. Hey, she said, I said, tijari don ga kese. Where's tijari bon kings the jigo door saram chakai hosen. Said, I went far off to meet I guess maybe to meet a husband, and I married an Indian. And I thought that would make Mama happy, so the more I told her. And she said, he don't know how to speak Creek. I said, well, if I found somebody that knew how to speak Creek, that'd be my cousin. I said, that'd be a relative to me. But she taught us a lot of things. She taught us the ceremonial tribal ground ways. And she also taught us church ways. I can remember many a time Mama going up to the mercy bench, and where they had scratched her at the ceremonial ground, she'd still have marks on her legs and on her arms. And she'd say, Hiliswan Tayaton man afterwards, iyo ko na and where she said, Hokulat he lagi don nos. Chin he not. But chiman hokulat chimanay sa kanisil. That hangit ahabagot mahanga mo ahabagot chinat. Chin he lagi sma. Iyaski. Ano giskat kide moje. Abi yakates she said, "Where's nita rojen umagat." Iberloho and had them his yearly days or for her husband. So, when Mama passed away, there was nothing in the world that would have made me come back. Because I know she suffered in her life and in raising. And I know I would miss her, but I'd never. Because all that she taught us was straight from that Bible. I always thought she made up some of that stuff. I should say, look, Chin hotli don't not. Humbahansi. Now, why did she say that? I don't say, Hadam Nakti. It's in that Proverbs. You read Proverbs, you'll find that. Then she'd say, Chittudes, I'll leg it and go weebans if you just want to lay around and be lazy. said, even a snake tries to stand up. You've seen those snakes, they go up like that, and they do climb trees. And she'd say, Chittudes, I'll leg it and go weebans. She said, Chilabo, only ojichigo don't know. I heard, and so you couldn't be lazy in her house. And she got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And the town was still asleep, but you had to get up too, because she was up. And I guess that's how come when anybody's in my house and they're sleeping, I try to be real quiet. But I remember Mom used to tell us different things like that. And the Nokti. Tuji Ojahan Sinat. He said, I don't get a chimhu hold them password. Unga knock this. I don't get it, not heavy work, but a little work. And that you keep busy, you'll be better off. And she said that you're not sick, you're just going to have a baby. So you got to keep busy, And I used to, even now when I go some places, it's kind of like more and hope to get full not. Inok get on nothing full it on. They try to act like they're sick because they are, I said, no, you're not sick, you're just going to have a baby. And Mama Daddy, Nancy was saying, she said, yeah, she said, dear mug, and she said, I know it's got emoji, I'll do much. I said, I know, Sand Creek, you follow. I said, Tihan, they don't, more so. I just look it up more and full like it, more than that. Hanyata, we don't do that, because those young kids fight you back, But I think that if I had it to do all over again, I don't think I would change anything, whether I was rich or poor, because when Mama left this world for the new one, she was laying there and we were singing a song, and she said, Mama, stanata, mucket. She quit breathing, and so I thought, well, her mom was to come for her. And we were singing a Creek song. And she passed away. That song says, ah, yes, Mama, said, I'm going. I said, ah, yes. And that's what we were singing when she passed away. And when my sister passed away, we were singing Istamanis stormigt Pollatskes Mara. We were singing that song because that was her favorite song. And when I hear that, it always brings them back to me, So it's like I don't miss them because I hear those songs. And my brother passed on, and so now between 6:30 and 8:30, I always wait for my phone to ring because I know it's going to be my brother, And last couple of weeks that he was alive, he said, sis, who's going to go first, you or me? I said, Chimon, it's going to be you. My friends say that I'm too mean to die. So and he said, oh, okay, like that, Or he'd call me and he'd say, did I wake you up? I said, no. He'd say, oh, I was going to wake you up. Then he said, I'm going to hang up then if I didn't wake you up. Or if I woke up. And I'd say, yes, you woke me up. He'd say, well, I'm going to hang up since you're asleep. Oh, since you're awake, I'm going to go hang up. I said, I'm going to hang up my spurs. And I said, I hope you don't just, I'm going to hand it. She said, I met Klabok behind the desk. He hates a guy who's there. We're at 6:30 to 8:30. I hope not. But I hope it was going to get later. And we're not sure, you know, it did a little better than this. And without Austin, was it, but like I told Mom, Weggy Vedos, the Moscow, so stage at Weggy, we don't see. I said, not to this way. July Chinese stage, so stage at Weggy. And I said, even the Bible, you read some of them parts, and it's right along with the Mvskoke way, you know. It's right along with the Mvskoke way. And I learned a lot from the other tribes, that their ways are similar. They may go at it a little bit different, but it's similar. They teach to be kind and loving to everybody, and to take each day as it did. The Father gave us the word, and gave us the day to accept what He has made. And said, "Moes iyaski, ano giska edimoji." Said, "Moes netarojan I iyaski that otskinistesen edimonakti edimonejit fulaskinat chinhilaglinesen." Moes I mades even wegi puyo hani dondos munagit leje des mama maka pumana yedi mada nakomaga maka mama kesen. My daughter moved to Utah. Got a phone call. She said, well, if I was home, Mama this instead. So now those kids, I mean, you know, you think they're not, but I guess they are. Cause even my granddaughter said, she said, I do that. I said, well, if I don't do that, Grandma would have said this, you know, Grandma would have done this. And so I guess they were listening. And I thank the Lord for them. And I guess I always told my kids, I said, Nakti, I'm a mean mama. Whereas, Yachoko, Ahoge Oji, Oshitskana, you're going to know right from wrong. And that's going to carry you through, you know. But I said, but istimone is kedado not. Istimone das kas not. Madam Mahamong and for you don't. And not do it. Me they down not the mama daddy that not the stimulate your going. I guess my granddaughter is the same way, and my little one, she's the same way. She saw this little head because it nagging. Mom said, "Madana archidondos." She said, "Nagging in this hando has market. Nagging in this hanadi. My man in this not esteem it out in Egypt." And I said, "Well, Mama Dada not doing me just cannot chin heal. I could you see the giver and the receiver both be happy for doing something like that, you know." And I guess I chopped up the language. pretty well. But yeah, all I know is to talk about myself. So I'm not to be egotistic, I guess, not to be boastful, but that's the only subject I really know.
Well,